morning, cupcakes. I want to tell you all something before I go on any further, and I don't know how to really say this, but after this Thursday, I won't be teaching at Eastern College. I've been laid off, even though I've been here 23 years, but the student population is really, really down. So until we have more students, I won't have a job. But I have loved every minute since June of 1996. And I want to say 76. 1996 is when I started teaching here. And I told the lady that owned the school, Miss Sue Delto, who since passed away, I told her the day she hired me, this is the place from which I will retire. Now, I don't know if this is retirement or being laid off. I have no idea. But I have loved the students. I have loved every minute of what I have done. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. So I'm going to start crying, so I'm going to have to stop here, all right? But anyway, we'll have more about that after. We're going to start with the intro notes. Since I am at school and I forgot my pre-med notes at home, don't hurt me, don't help me, oh, please don't hurt me. Anyway, we're going to start with intro, all right? And this is intro 3, week 4. We made it. We made it to week 4, yes indeed. All right, I want to go over the vocabulary words with you, okay? Whatever you see that has a red mark next to it. All right, all of the vocabulary words are highlighted. Now, the first term is counter offer, and that is a return offer made by the person who has rejected a job offer. So let's say, Miss O, we want to hire you. We want to pay you $15 an hour. And I tell them I can't take anything less than 20. That's a counter offer. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Don't blow yourself out of the water by making your pay per hour too high. Because remember, you're going into this field with little to no experience. The only experience you will have had is your externship. Make sure you add that to your resume when you have completed your externship. And always, always, always get letters of recommendation from wherever you work, all right? These all go into your portfolio, which we're going to talk about. All right, rectify means to correct by removing errors. And I'm going to show you something that's really good at rectifying pencils with erasers. In fact, that's what I used to tell my kids. They always thought when they were teenagers, I've made the worst mistake. First of all, you haven't made any mistakes somebody else hasn't already made. And that's why God put erasers on pencils, because people do make boo-boos, okay? All right, job skills. Now that is the ability that the medical or dental assistant needs to perform a job. You're going to Eastern College, you're going to school to learn job skills. And that's what we're not. I don't want to just teach you job skills. I want to teach you professionalism and life skills, how to get along in life. All right, probationary period. This is the time for a new MA or DA to become oriented to the facility. In other words, it's also a time for the employee or employer to decide if the job is a good fit for the individual. You should really try not to miss a day or be late. Come on, you want to put your best foot forward. Probation, that's what it means, okay? You're looking at them, and believe me, they're looking at you, okay, to see if it's a good fit. Now, how long are these probationary periods? It depends on the place of employment. From 30 days to 60 days to 90 days. 120 days, just depends. Self-esteem. This is somebody who is motivating, able to express love, and capable of handling criticism. Self-esteem. A lot of kids today in the younger generations, they don't have much self-esteem because they've not really been told so many times in their lifetime, you're good. You really did that great. I'm proud of you. You're going to do great in whatever you do. Most of them are being told, you're nothing, you're nobody, you're never going to get anywhere, you're an ass, you're a dummy. What kind of self-esteem does that build up? None. So now look, I don't mean make the kid's head, feel like he's Mr. World. No, but praise people once in a while. If you praise people as much as you bitched and argued and complained about people, you'd be probably a lot better. All right, we're looking for a job. And looking for a job, believe it or not, is a job. Not waiting for it to fall in your lap because it ain't going to happen. If you are blessed, and I put this in here referring to me, if you are blessed to find a job you like or love, it's not a job or work, okay? And that's how I feel I have been blessed. You, the assistant, must first evaluate your skills and weaknesses and be honest. You've got to evaluate your own skills and weaknesses. What skills do you enjoy? Do you enjoy working front office, business office, back office, assisting with procedures? There's all kinds of things. Just like doctors choose their profession, surgery, dermatology, urinology, gynecology, you can choose too. If you don't like really working with people, but you love the dental field, work in a dental lab. And that way you're not dealing with patients that are coming in pain or have complaints. You're dealing with your coworkers, and that's it. Where if you worked in an office, you'd be dealing with your coworkers and patients that come in with complaints, all right? So there's a lot for you to choose from. All right, let's see, past job reviews and practicum. Practicum means your externship. Evaluations can be used to support your claim of individual characteristics. I am certified in this, and this. I am good at this, and this. And if you have letters to back it up, like I said in the beginning, you're ahead of the game, all right? Job search, and the best methods. The best method is networking. Now, I do not mean channel surfing on TV. That ain't networking. Networking is anybody and any place you go, you let them know you are looking for a job in the dental field as a dental assistant. The more people that know you're looking for a job, the more chances you stand of getting a job. You spread the word to them. They spread the word. And then they spread the word. All right? Networking. That's what it's called. The job board. Now, what a job board is, if you look at usually in the basement or the bottom floor of hospitals, one whole wall will be dedicated to a job wall. They will have, they're looking for nurses for these departments, telemetry, labor delivery, whatever, postpartum, med surge. They're looking for phlebotomists to work here, okay? They're looking for this, they're looking for dental assistants, they're looking for that. That's a job board, all right? You can see it like everybody else can see it. The school career placement office, that would be for dental, is Miss Bonnie. They assist with resume building, making sure your resume is done well, interview skills, and possible job offers. Interview skills, practice doing interviews and looking in the mirror, all right? Tell me a little bit about yourself. That we're going to get to in a little bit is a loaded question, and I mean loaded, but it's legal. Loaded, but legal. All right, your cover letter. Here we go. Your cover letter must accompany a resume. It doesn't have to be a big, long 2-page deal. All right? I think I gave you all examples of a cover letter. And the sentence that starts with, I believe I have the qualities you require, should be the beginning of the last paragraph of your cover letter. Begin with, I am interested in working in your dental office. I noticed that you have an opening for a dental assistant. I work well with people. I work well with whatever you want to say. And then you come down, I can be reached at this number, morning or evening, whatever. And I really believe that I have the qualities you require. There you go. A resume. It's not a resume, it's a resume. Never, ever, 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 I'll come back and pull your big toe. Never include your salary history or your current requirements. Now, I am required $40,000 an hour and I only work 3 hours a week. No, 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 no. Don't go in doing that, all right? All right, formats for a resume. There's two different types. The first type we're going to talk about is chronological. Chronological is the most popular type of resume. It focuses mainly on the employment history, showing your job duties with each position. Education section is typically at the top. This is the type of format that we use here. Your education, your objective is first, then your education, then you've got your employment history, and then any special skills. I speak Spanish fluently, whatever, all right? Now, don't forget, every job that you have or any job you have where you learn a new technique or how to use a new instrument, update your resume. Because sometimes we make a resume, put it in the closet, and forget about it until we need a job. Then you send the same resume out. No, update it, okay? Update your resume. Now, chronological, special skills, again, at the bottom. Let's see, combination form of resume. That is a skill set. That's what that lists first. Then your employment history. This is a good type of resume to use if there's been a gap in your work history. Let's say you worked for 3 years, then you were off for 2, and now you want to get back. Well, there, of course, the person's going to ask you, why were you off for those 2 years? Well, my mother was very sick and I was helping to take care of her. Something like that, all right? I don't know if I would go into having a baby. I mean, although if it's the truth, it's the truth. We decided to start a family and I had our first child. I had a baby. Don't say first child because then it makes it sound like you're going to be out taking a lot of other kids. All right. Never, ever, 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 never speak negatively about your former employers. Don't do, that guy I worked for was a jackass. He was an ass. Oh, well, she was an ass. No, 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 no. We don't do that. Page 2, a third type of resume is a targeted resume. This is customized usually to a unique job posting. They want specific key skills required. I mean, they may say you have to know how to use the astrophysicist 4700 machine. Well, if you can't use that, don't apply because that's what they're looking for. Functional shows a person's skill set, but not a work history. What'd you say if you've never worked before? But don't forget, externship counts. So list that under employment, although it's not employment, it's externship. On the resume, you should list first your objective. Objective is professional employment. In other words, that's what you're looking for, professional employment in a dental office. Education, list the most recent first. That would be Eastern College. If you have any other college, if high school, okay, and I wouldn't go any further back than that, all right? Excuse me. Next is going to be, again, no salary history or current requirements. Don't do that. And never on your resume, see resume on your job application. that. In other words, you're filling out a job application and they want to know schooling, you put C resume. Oh, I don't think so. If you're too lazy to write out your schooling, then I'm too lazy to hire you or even look at your resume, okay, or your application. Another thing, when you do go for a job and you've got to fill out an application, they do sell them. You may have to go to an office supply store, but they sell erasable pens, and they're not that expensive. Please bring one of those with you, because if you make a boo-boo filling out the application, you can erase it rather than scratch it out or try to use whiteout, okay? Erasable pen. All right, proofread. This one I can't say enough. Proofread your resume a lot and actually have different people proofread it. I'm talking for typos, anything out of order that you may not have caught or somebody else may not have caught. This person may catch it, okay? So I have a lot of people look at your resume. No typos. Ladies, you would not believe the resumes we've gotten here at this school. These are supposed to, there was one who was a nurse, and we asked for her license number, and she gave us her driver's license number. Yeah, can you imagine that? Mm-mm. All right, no typos, all right? No typo errors. But be completely honest on your resume, because employers do check up on what you write. Do not embellish. Do not embellish means make it sound better than it was, or you did more than you did, or you were there longer than you were, all right? No, 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 no. Check your social media post. We didn't have this problem when I was looking for jobs, all right? Social media was never heard of. And pray it's not too late to repair it, all right? I would start doing that now before you even begin to send out resumes. You know, once you put it on the net, it's there forever, all right? Let's see. When filling out job applications, like I said, bring an erasable pen with you just in case you make a boo-boo. You can quickly erase it instead of whiteout or scratching it out, okay? Also, when you do get a job interview request and they give you the address, try to go there like the next, if it's, let's say the interview is 3 days from now. If your interview is for 1 o'clock in the afternoon, try leaving your home about 12 o'clock and taking the directions and see how long it takes you to get there at that time of the day. There may be train tracks, you don't know. There may be an alternate route you can take. When you do get there the day of your interview, don't go in. If you get there for 12:15 and your interview's not for 1, don't walk in there that early. Sit in your car till about 1:45, all right? Then you walk in, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Bring an extra copy of your resume with you. Why? Because the person that's doing the interviewing, obviously they're shorthanded or they wouldn't be hiring. And the people there are like probably doing a job and a half. The person that's going to be doing the interviewing, their desk may be terribly full of papers. It may not be, I don't know. But if they say, well, I know, I had your resume right here somewhere. Oh, I can't find it right now. And you go, oh, I brought an extra copy. You look like, yes, indeed, this lady's on the ball. Number one, you made the interviewer not look like an ass because they can't find your resume. But you look good because you've thought ahead. And that's what a good assistant does in everything. You think ahead. All right. Portfolio. Okay. This can include your certifications, but it's evidence of specific skills that can be done with examples of each or a summary of projects. Y'all had to learn how to use the XYG filter, and the doctor had to send one of you, and you were the one picked to go and learn how to use it and come back and teach it, all right? I'm not saying save your plane tickets, but at the end of the course, you will receive a certificate with your name on it. That is what I'm talking about, and show specific skills. Organize documents in a logical manner to help the reader identify important documents. Use dividers for each topic, okay? And I'm going to give you the topics in a second. Include copies of, here we go. First, you have table of contents, and you're going to list what's in the portfolio. And what you're going to list is cover letter, next few pages, put a tab, resume, next few pages, put education and a little thing, yeah, transcripts, and these would be of grades from your schools. Practicum awards, anything you got or you learned how to do at your externship, and any reference letters. So you're going to have a folder, and you're going to make a heading for each one of these, just as you do in the table of contents. So your cover letter would be first, then the resume, then your education, and you're going to list all of this, all right? Okay, different positions that you have held. Were you a receptionist? Were you a phlebotomist? Did you work for an oral surgeon? You've got to list these, okay? Highlight skills utilized in these positions. I assisted the doctor on a daily basis, performing oral surgery, whatever it is you want to say you did. And notice it's all in caps. This should be used during your interview to show your accomplishments, all right? Okay, interview. Here we go. We made it. We're at the interview. Never, again, must be important, I've put it twice. Never speak negatively about your former employer, all right? They may ask you, what did you think of your former employer? She was a fantastic dentist, and she had a very good personality. That's it. Now, there's 4 phases to the interview. Whether you realize it or not, there's 4 parts. The first is on you. It's preparation. Do mock interviews and help friends ask you questions, all right? The actual interview, eye contact. If you ask me, what did you do at your last job? Well, I cleaned the instruments, and I sterilized the instruments, and I set up trays, and they're not going to believe you. And I don't blame them, because you did not make eye contact. And in this country, unfortunately, body language speaks volumes. And when you don't make eye contact with somebody, that appears to be that you're not being truthful or forthcoming, all right? So what did you do at your last job? Well, I sterilized instruments, I set up trays, I assisted with oral surgeries. Eye contact. Now, I don't mean you got to stare them down, all right? Ooh, there's a red mole. You don't stare them down, but you do look them in the eye and blink every once in a while, but not like you're sending Morse code, okay? All right, third part to the interview is the follow-up. This, I cannot tell you how many times I've told students to do this. It pays off big time. Write a polite thank you note, thanking the employer for the time for the interview. Look, you can go home and write it on an email, all right? Or you can stop at the dollar store. They are 10 for $1, little thank you cards, all right? And I would write an email and send a little card. Anytime you want to keep your name in front of somebody, if you email the thank you note, they're going to get it right away. If you mail it, they may get it in 1 to 2 days. And they're going to go, oh, I remember her. Yeah, she was good. All right? That's what I'm talking about. Anything to keep your name up there. The fourth part of the interview, this is the good one. These are the negotiations. Love it. This is after you've been offered the job, but be reasonable. You know, sometimes the doctor may start out saying, well, what would you like to, what do you think you should make per hour? I think I should make about $25 an hour. And as you pick them up from the chair that they just passed out and fell on the floor, I was joking. You asked me what I would like or what I think I would like per hour, and I told you. Now, what's your offer? You see what you've done there? You've made it a little bit comical. I'm not saying be a comedian, but you've given them out of range, let's say for a beginner, an out of range, unrealistic dollar amount. But by doing that, that's your first offer. Now you make an offer. So you've got them actually making the real first offer. What I suggest you do is call around, look around, investigate, look through wherever you can find it on the internet, what the salary of a starting dental assistant would be in your area. Don't go above that, all right? Because you're just going to be pricing yourself right out of a job. So that's it, all right? We're going to go ahead and stop here for today, and we'll pick up with the rest of it for tomorrow. So you all can practice mock interviews while you wait for tomorrow. All right, loves. See you then. Take care. Bye-bye.